Hi and welcome to another video from www.gameclubtabletop.co.uk, which is also an online store where you can buy board games, tabletop games and scenery, etc. Other things you need for playing the games, or just if you're after advice or not sure where to start in the hobby, then obviously you can get in touch with us through the website and ask us some questions. Today's another sort of what's in the box video. It's a Kickstarter game that's just turned up, but also as part of the Kickstarter they've revamped the rules, streamlined them and come back out with Zombicide 2nd edition. So what I'm going to do today is, rather than show you the stuff that's in the Kickstarter that you can't get, I thought I'd show you what's in the actual retail package for the new 2nd edition Zombicide. I'm also using, just so you're aware, I've extended my table today with a level up, which is another Kickstarter that I'd backed, which has been, due to COVID, a long time in coming. So this is a nice 3x3 square, which has quite a lot of space to the dining table, making it a lot easier for me to do these videos and also to get some games played. Right, so you can see the box art's really nice, really cartoony. Let me just take the box lid off and you'll see what you start to get inside here. So there's a little free leaflet. I'm not going to show that to the camera too much in case it starts to recognise the QR code. The rule book, as you can see, it's rules and missions. So we can start with how to play, what to do, but then at the back there's a series of missions that you can work through, show you how to set out the boards, what tokens to put out, etc, etc. So there's quite a lot of missions in this. And obviously there's expansions that are going to come along with it that really let you explore the zone. Now this box I'll come back to. This is the kind of minis and player aids, but so I go to the cardboard pieces first. So you got some really nice punch tokens, good solid thickness. Again, they feel really nice. They're punching just a little pressure and they're popping out, which is good. Just take that bar out for now and then we can get into these. So another, oh, you see that one's just popped out with my picking it up. So they really punch out very easily. Some really nicely rendered cars, which again you can put the actual survivors into these cars, and they are double-sided, so you've got police cars on one side or just ordinary ordinary cars on the other. And again, some of the tokens to be used in the game, again really same quality card. Really easy punch out. They're really nicely cut, which can be an issue sometimes. You know, you're pushing them out. I don't feel like you're going to be tearing the paper toppings of these card layers. Right, onto the scenery boards. So there's a lot of these in the box and they're all double-sided. They've got some really nice art, some really great lighting effects. The darkened rooms are relevant to the gameplay, but again I think these would make really great boards just used in general. There's a lot of really good rule sets out there now for sort of role-playing games or skirmish games set in the apocalypse. Even if you're into Walking Dead, things like that, these would be great quick setup scenery for you to use. And like I say, they're all double-sided. Some great different sort of shops and buildings put onto them, different effects. And some boxes and stuff that you could, you know, even if you don't have physical loot crates, you could use these, you know, so like the yellow ones, you know, you can search and you might find loot or whatever, equipment, things like that within it. Again, these black boxes seem to pop up quite a lot as well. Maybe treat them as different things, ammo versus, you know, general equipment. But yeah, just really nicely drawn. There is, obviously it's a zombie game, apocalypse game, so there are various sort of unpleasant elements of, you know, blood and gore around the place, but again the cartoon aesthetic kind of softens it. It's not too brutal, it's not too full on. You know, the realism is dialed down, and this is a great little space. You can imagine a Last Stand kind of a feel to this if you want to do hordes, waves of zombies coming at you. But again, really nicely done. I love the way the different lighting effects are put through. Some of the sunshine coming through windows, etc., is really evocative. And you can see there is an absolute ton of those different boards. You know, and with them all being double-sided, it's very easy to create different kind of looking games to play. Well, luckily with the Kickstarter, there's a lot more stuff as well. So, but if you haven't got that, this base game is still providing you with a lot. And we're going to see exactly now. This is, like I say, this is the box with the minis and other bits in. So we've got different packs of cards here, which are going to represent the equipment and weapons and some of the monsters that you're going to face. One of the differences, I believe, in the second edition, I haven't played the first edition, is that you're going to get in the box plastic player aids, like a dashboard, to record your health, and obviously these are the player cards. These are the different survivors that come in the base game. And they'll have representative models, and you're going to put it in there. You know, you can show what weapons you've got equipped, put other equipment cards and things into the slots here, and then we've got some brightly coloured pegs to match your player colour to put in to record, you know, other details that might be relevant, ammo, stuff like that. And then again, these discs will just fit in case you don't want to paint your minis. You want to keep them just as they are. You can utilise these different colour ones with the pegs to determine whose model's whose. Set of pretty solid looking D6 to use in the game. I'm going to take these out just because otherwise it's going to be difficult. Like I say, you get 1 to 6 players, so I think it's 6 of those. Right. Take the lid off here and I'll try and show you some of the minis. There's some really cool bigger models. Again, if you were wanting to paint it, they're absolutely a really good detail. As you get from Simon, really nice. That's one of the bigger ones, and then you've got, because you've got different types of zombie in the game. It's a much smaller one. I think it's a runner. What else we got? Slightly different. Yeah, I don't know if these are all different. Yeah, these big ones are all different, I think. So again, just really good. And that's going to be. You compare it. I'm just going to put it next to there. Look, so you can see much bigger than the Survivor minis. They're going to be pretty frightening when they're coming at you. There's 4 of the bigger ones there, as you can see. And then we've got the 12 heroes. I'll just pull a couple of these. That's an interesting one, the chainsaw. Everyone knows a chainsaw in the zombie game. Okay, it's kind of puffer jacket. Really nice. Again, if you wanted to paint these up, there's some really nice detail. Let's go. Stay with the chainsaw vibe. Really, roller skates. So that's quick service for your chainsaw. And then you've got sort of more survivalist stuff. And again, like, I'm just loving all the equipment. They just sort of bolted onto themselves. Any hole they've got, any space they've got in the backpacks, just cram more equipment in. Don't know what else we've got that's interesting. Good mix as well of female and male characters. You know, so you can get someone you feel represents you on the tabletop. It's cool. Right, I'm just going to try and lift this tray out, and what you'll see is you get another tray. This is all zombies this time, so I'm trying to lift this plastic lid off. We start with, I think they're very beautifully called the fatties, which I suppose I should take offence of, being rather large myself. But we've got a whole set of these, so we've got, what have we got across the top, quick count, 16 of these. And again, the detailing on these is, well, either beautiful or disgusting, or beautifully disgusting, whichever you feel. Again, a lot of different character in these. I mean, they look great as they are. I don't think I'm going to be painting mine. I've got too much on the painting table already. But I mean, a simple way of doing it, if you're not a super painter but want something a bit different, is you could use a rattle can on these. Just get a normal spray can of primer. Give them a quick dust of that, and then just get some shade most hobby stores, tabletop gaming stores sell you shade paints, or go on Amazon or something like that, look up shade. If you could get a big one of the big tins of and just dip them, and then the shade will get into the lighter grey, and you'll get some nice recessing on them. Just pull out some of this detail so that you can see it a bit easier than in the plain plastic. But again, a real mix of characters and styles of zombie. Some more traditional, some a bit more unusual, all wonderfully grotesque. And like I say, if you did want to paint them, you could really kind of tell, but there's a lot. I think it's something like 70. I think there's 88 minis in the box, and 76 of them are zombies. So you're going to need a lot of pallid flesh colours, greens. If you're into your paints, you probably want a bit of Nurgle's rot all over these, or something similar to show the oozing goo. But plenty of scope, plenty of detail to work with. Like I say, and lots of different looks to the models. That's essentially it then. That's all that you're going to get in the box. I say all. We've got these on the store. That's sort of 75 to 80 pounds for the retail box like this, which I think is really good value. I mean, there's 88 minis, so even if you only wanted it for the minis, there is less. It's less than £1 a mini for that, and that's pretty good value in and of itself. But as well as that, you are getting the game, which is well supported. They're constantly bringing out more stuff. There are some, I don't know if they're coming out straight away or not. There will be some expansions to this, and it's nicely done. It's fitting back in the box pretty neatly. The fact that this is done like this keeps all your your minis where you want them. Game wise, like I say, I haven't played this edition. It's meant to be more streamlined. They're saying 14 plus, but again, it's your own children if you want to play this with them. About an hour for a game, 1 to 6 players. Again, I would have thought the hour will depend on how many players. The more players you're going to have, the more characters you take. I mean, it says 1 to 6. You can play this solo. If you're into solo gaming, or at the moment, obviously you're still sort of semi-locked down. If you don't want to have people around just yet, you can get this out, run a couple of characters. Again, the dashboards are going to make it much easier to run the characters. Keep track of everything. You're not going to have lots of bits of paper or markers here or there, or tokens, health tokens. You've got little slides to keep track of your health. So it'd be a lot easier. You probably play 2 or 3 characters fairly easily, but if you're not into that, then, draft in family members, friends, and get them interested. It's going to be like I say, it's going to be quicker. There's a lot of new elements. You can shoot into crowds now, which you couldn't do before. So if one of your characters has got a bit swamped by the zombie horde, you can start shooting into them. And like I say, even if you were just wanting to play a different version, like I said, some really good independent rules out there now for this, or just looking to bulk out something like a Walking Dead game, or other game sets that are out there, like Last Days, things like that. Then this would be a great starting place to get yourself some cool looking survivors and hordes of different zombies and some great big monsters to fight. Good quality, and like I say, not a cheap game, but what you're getting in the box is value for money, I think, with this one. So thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, come checking us out at Game Club. We're always welcome. Welcome your comments. Welcome you to drop us a question if you're not sure about how things play. I want to get this on the table as soon as I can, because I've been waiting for it. It was meant to come out in November, and we're now in April, in the back end of April at that. So I just can't wait to get this out. And I had the retail copies come in last Friday, and I've been waiting desperately for my copy to come in, so I could get it open. So thanks a lot for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop me any comments below if you want to. And I will see you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.